Okay. All right. All right. Let's see what the market chooses to do today. I wonder if it's going to be that type of day where the bulls just come out of nowhere and just completely reclaim this market. Okay. And we're off. Wow, look at that shot up. So today might just be one of those days. Today might definitely be that day. And that was a good opportunity to re-enter short. Okay. And then we got news at 9 as well. Yeah, good morning, Alfred. Good morning. All right, good morning. So I'm going to be trading both. This account got renewed today, so I'm going to be trading this one as well as my other account. And my other account, I got in short too early. I got in short here, and then I saw these highs, and I was like, man, I should have waited. I should have waited for these highs to get touched, but I didn't. And got tricked. I thought that we was going to dump right here on this account, but price kept on moving up. Yeah, so. And the crazy thing is, originally I wanted to get in short here, and I was like, man, that might be too high. I thought they was going to try to get to the bottom of this area right here. And it looked like for a while, yeah, it was going to work. And then it began to trend up. But I do believe that today, if we don't get anything crazy coming out, I do think that the bears have it today. Even though the bulls are coming out with such a force, I do believe that the bears have it. But if we do trade above this high right here, if we trade above it and we get a strong close, yeah, we can possibly get back up into the 100s, honestly. And the bulls are trying. And it may be because of Apple, because we do have Apple earnings today, so people may be buying up Apple shares and all the tech stocks. So you can see that Apple's getting bought up, Nvidia's getting bought. So the market is definitely being bought up. But I do believe the bears have it today. And we got news in the next 30 minutes as well. So especially if we break the 200 in the VWAP. If we get a break below this level, yeah, we're going to the downside for sure. All we need is that strong close because there's nothing that the market can use to bounce off of. And everybody that's in this long, and we all know what's below right here. We all know what's sitting right here. Sell stops. Sell stops, baby. You trading today, gain weight? What you thinking? I'm thinking that today is going to be a bearish day. I think we're going to finish this rotation down. Based on the structure of the chart, I think we've finished the rotation down. And as we talk, as we speak, we're getting just that. I think I maybe break even in that other trade. I think I maybe break even. I think I'm going to probably cover this position. We'll see. Because if they try to pump it right here, and then I can possibly just get a better entry. And of course, we'll see. Okay, yeah, I think I'm good in this position. I think I can let this one kind of finish. I think I took the pain in this one, and good thing, and this is a good thing that this is in the micro account. This is that room for error that I was talking about. If this was minis, yeah, I would have to cover this position a long time ago. I wouldn't have been able to sit in this. I'm going to take off two just right now. Actually, I'm just going to take off a lot of this. Because if this does pop back up, I can get a better entry. I think, yeah, that's how I'm going to play this. If this pops back up, I can get a better entry. So, I mean, this kind of proves it. If you lose your money on MFF, they take away your ability to trade 30 contracts. They take it away. This proves it. If you fall below that little threshold or whatever, you can only trade 15 micro contracts. Yeah, so if we do get a pop up, I'm willing to get right back in at a better entry. Right here at 83. Honestly, possibly 80 might be a better. They might just do it at 80, honestly. 81. No, I'll keep it right there. I'll keep it there. All right, man. So actually, I just saw something. Shit. I just saw it. I might have to actually take this. Might have to take, or at least take off some of it and rescale back in. Okay, yeah. Shit. Hopefully the bears can just dump this and there's no. They might try to take it back up right here. Hopefully the bears can just finish this and without without too much hassle. Hopefully that'll be nice. Bears finish this off. I mean, you let the bulls do all this in the morning. Just finish the rotation, man. Finish the rotation. Good morning, Raven. Just bounce off a Euro open low. Where was the low at? Where did we open? Yeah, Top Step X don't really show the gaps. They kind of fill the candles up. I don't show the gaps. So where did we open? Because I know we gapped up. 7. So 54. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we may get a bounce here. I mean, if they come in right here, they may try to come back and rebalance this little area right here. Yeah. 77, 78. They may come back and rebalance that area there. All right, so this is what I'll do. So I sold. I need to buy my way out of this. If they do pump this up, which hopefully they don't, but if they do, put above this candle high. I'll take some of the profits off. I'll take one contract and I'll scale right back in short. So at least I'll put it above this 21 EMA. I'll put it above that. Actually, I think I should put it above this high. Yeah, I should put it above the high right here. Yeah. I'll put it above this high. Because I feel that they got to get past this first. But then I think that they're going to probably get stopped here somewhere in this area. Okay. You think people are trying too hard to short? Are you long gain weight? I mean, it's an obvious short. I mean, if you look at the higher time frame, it's a great place to be a bear. It's a great place. The structure doesn't suggest that we go higher. Now, if we get news, I mean, obviously the structure can change. But if that doesn't happen, it's highly unlikely for the bulls to come in and break the structure without any news, in my opinion. That's why, in my personal opinion, this is a great area to be a short. Well, actually, this is the best area to be short right here. I wouldn't be short down here. I would not be short down here. I would wait for a possible retest back into this area if we get one, which is looking like they're trying to do it, but we'll see. But I wouldn't be a bear this low. I mean, this is kind of dangerous. I believe that the sellers are getting out of their position right here. It's a great area to get out of your position, or at least partial or take partials in this area. And so you'll be kind of you'll be buying the contracts that these sellers are selling to you. You'll be buying that as they're getting out of their short position. But I think they're going to continue this, honestly, the way it's looking right now. We got news in 15 minutes, so we'll see. He says you question your theory and thesis. You said, have I questioned it? What do you mean by that? You say, it's just tagged. I just tagged Asia's low. Yeah. Short-term bounce, maybe. Yeah, I believe so. This is a good area to attempt for a buy, but based on the structure, like I said, I wouldn't short this, but if I were to go long, I wouldn't. I would keep a tight stop. If I want to play this long, I'll keep a tight stop. Uh, okay, so yeah, this is a good area for them to come back and try to bounce it. It's a great area, so just be mindful. Just be mindful if in the short, take off some partials. If you're going to take this long, keep a tight stop. And and this is the ES chart. This is the ES chart. This is not the Nasdaq. So just a reminder that this is the ES chart. It says if you don't want to short here, okay, above inside. Okay. As if you don't want. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, gain weight. I don't know what you mean. But yeah, we might have to kind of, well, then explain it. That's the whole point, gain weight. Explain what you're talking about. Stop speaking cryptically and speak straightforward. What are you talking about? Yeah, I want to see what they do here at 60. I mean, if they can break 60, then I think we're good. Because this is a good area for them to come and try to bounce it for real. Like for real at 60. If we can touch 56, like that 60 to 56 area somewhere right here, if price can trade into this area, I wouldn't be surprised if the bulls come in. I really wouldn't be surprised, but I'm hoping that they don't. So we can finish off this combine, honestly. We can get the maximum daily profit for the day. That would be awesome. All right, so this is a good spot. Hopefully the bulls don't come in here. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they see that all their shit is getting ran, and we can just hit this target and be done for today. Mm. Come on, baby. Don't stop now. Don't stop now. Don't stop now. Don't stop till you reach my target. Don't stop till you reach my target. All right. Man, okay. It'd be kind of foolish to let this kind of retrace on me. So I'm going to give it 5 points both. No, I don't want to do that. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Is that 61? I'll put this at 61.25. 61.25.
Order filled.
Okay. Of course. Yeah, the reason why I took profits on this is because this is a great area for the bulls to come back in, and you can see them coming right back in. And I can you know what? You know what I could do? Hmm. I mean, the trick is that I don't know exactly. Hmm. Let's try this first. Let's do this first.
Order filled.
I'll sacrifice $300 for this play. I really don't like. I had 36. So let's see if they continue this down. I think I had like 36 or 37, I think. $900. All right, we'll see what they do. Okay. I guess they're gonna make us work for this. They're gonna make us work, apparently. They're gonna make us work. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna make us work for this. Instead of just finishing it off. But it's okay. They're gonna make us work. They're gonna make us work. It's okay. Yo, congratulations on that, Alfred. I mean, it was an obvious sell. I mean, if you were a bull, I mean, I know we had a strong open, but I've seen that plenty of times. I've seen it plenty of times to know that once we get crazy price action, it's usually to reverse. It's highly likely to reverse. Okay. Yeah, they wasn't gonna make this easy, apparently. They wasn't gonna make it easy for us. They wasn't gonna make it easy. They want us to work for that extra $900, apparently. So, and we got that algo push. So we got the news coming out in 5. So we'll see.
Order filled.
Dude. All right, I'm getting out of this. I'm getting out of this. I'm getting out
Order
of this.
filled.
All right. I'm getting out of this. Okay. I don't know. So like sometimes the math can be so perfect. It could just be so perfect, man. It's no matter. It's always so close, and then it gets so far away. So close, and then so far away. Let's see. Huh. So I do think that this is going to continue down. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see how the market reacts to the news, and we'll just wait. So we're up 11 points on this. So I think I'm up $700 right now. Yeah. We're up 11 points on this. Yeah, this can possibly get back up to 75, actually. This can possibly get back up to 75. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can possibly see a rally back up into these highs, 69, 70, 69, 70. We'll see. Or they can just rally the market here. Because, I mean, like I said, this is a great area for the bulls to come in. It's a great area for them to come in. They did come in at this area. The bulls are going to definitely have to prove to the bears that they want this market more than the bears do. Or they want to maintain control. So I'm going to try for another sell here. I'm going to try. Underneath these lows. We got 2 minutes until the news come out. 2 minutes. Let's actually look at that real quick. And this is what I do enjoy about TopStepX, is that the news is easy to access. All right, so we got factory orders month over month coming out in 1 minute. And we're free and clear until then. We're free and clear until then.
Order filled.
Oh. They're gonna make like $1,000 now or something like that. All right, let's see how the market reacts. Let's see. Actually, I really don't even know where the hell I'm at. Okay, what do I do? Okay. Come on, Bears. Break these lows, baby. Break these lows. Break these lows. Break the lows. Break the lows. Hmm. And no way.
Order filled.
All right, I hit maximum daily profit for the day. If y'all followed those trades that I took, I mean, they were damn near perfect. They were damn near perfect. We made $4,500 today on our top step combine. And this shit is still going. And so we're done with this today. So now we can go back to NinjaTrader and we can manage those positions over there because I took the same trade over there. And yeah, and we're up 24 points, baby. 24 points. And this is what I was talking about, gain weight. We trust the charts over here. The chart says that today was a short. And all the bears are finding out that it's in the charts that we trust. It's in the charts that we trust, baby. What I will do though is I will take off one right here. I will take off a contract because I'm up 30 points. I mean, it's kind of foolish not to take that. Especially when we're at resistance or what could be support. I mean, we just filled that gap, and you know how markets like to fill gaps in reverse. So we'll see. I got 9 left on here. I'll probably take one more right here. I'll take one more. So now I only got 8. And we're going to manage this. We'll manage it. Yeah, we need to break this low. We need to break on ES. We need to break 50.46 for this to be real. If it bounces here, then the bulls may not be dead just yet. They may not be dead just yet. They need to actually break this low at 40. So gain weight is correct about that. They actually need to break 50.25 for real. That's the real low that they need to take out. 50.25. And just like that. See, I mean, when you trust the charts, it kind of like the bulls are kind of well, not bulls, but market participants, after a while, you just see how predictable they can be. They filled that gap, and now look at them trying to come back up and trying to regain control of the market. But also, right around that gap, I mean, we got this area right here of distribution. So this was one clue. That gap was a second clue. But we'll see. I mean, the EMAs right now, they're sloping to the downside. The bulls are trying to take it back, which they can because technically this is a double bottom. Technically, it's a double bottom. So we'll see. Let's look at SPY real quick. Let's look at that. Let's look at SPY because SPY is going to tell us what the hell everybody's really doing. Let's look at SPY. FOMC press conference. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what SPY is doing. SPY is at 501. You know, my calls are in the money right now, but I'm probably gonna hold these today. If I lose on them, I lose on them. But a lot of my puts are in the money, and I'm just gonna hold them. Takes the trade. Y'all saw that the trade that I took after FOMC, that shit went in the money so damn fast. I was surprised how fast that it got into the money. Actually, let me do this off screen just in case something pops up. But yeah, I was surprised at how fast this my puts went into the money. I didn't think that was going to drop the market like that. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So the calls I bought for $29. They're up $150 so far. I bought these for 24 and they're up 90 cents. I can actually probably close these. I'm actually going to probably close these actually. I mean, I'll close one. I mean, I think that makes sense to close at least one. I mean, I've already doubled, tripled my money already. Oh, come on. Oh, I was about to say, like, come on. I've already tripled my money. So I'm gonna close out one and we'll see how the others work out. Yeah, so I'm gonna close one of those out. Because I think Apple may pump the market actually. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna take the profits on this one. I doubled my money on this. So I'll take that. But I'm gonna leave this 500 put the run. I want to see how far they take it. Actually, no, I'm gonna close this. I'm closing this because that might not even make it. We might not even make it to 95 today. So I'm gonna close that. Yeah, these Amazon puts. I mean, possibly I can get my money back. Maybe I can get my money back. But these were in the money overnight, and I've already shared with you guys that it kind of sucked that I couldn't close this when this was in the money. But it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna let this contract run. I'm gonna let it run. I mean, I spent $30 on this shit, so even if I lose half of this, I'm still doubling my money. So I'm gonna let this run, and I'm gonna let this one run too. I'm gonna let it run because I think today is just gonna be that. I do think today is just gonna just bleed down for the entire day. So I'm gonna let these puts run. But all right, that's it for that. In the charts, we trust, baby. In the charts, we trust. All right, so let's look at the flow. Let's look at what everybody. I mean, it's not going to be surprising if all we see is puts, but I mean, it's not going to be surprising. Okay, so it looks like, damn, this shit is still running. God damn, this shit is still running. Look at that. This shit is still running, baby. This shit is still running. All right, so we just broke 500 on SPY. We just broke 500 on SPY. Let's look at that shit. Let's go back to the Tasty trade. Let's go back. Shit, now this shit is up $2. Hmm. You said hit your stop from yesterday? Yeah. Said grab a trade day. I was looking at them, man. I was looking at them. Like, dude, I was looking at trade day yesterday. I was like, man, I thought about it, but I'll grab one. Why not? I'll grab one. Why not? It's just that stupid consistency rule they got, man. I mean, well, MFF has the same thing, but still. I'm gonna close out one of these, man. I'm gonna close one of them out. I'm gonna close one. I'm gonna close one. So now I just got these 500 puts that's in the money. I just needed just to. Actually, let me look at SPY real quick. Let me look at SPY. Let me look at SPY real quick. Yeah, no, this probably has more room for downside. Oh, this is XBX. I was like, yo, XBX is clean. Oh, I'm actually need to get my. Yo, XBX is clean as fuck. Like, dude, this is clean. The price action on this is clean. How do you not make money on XBX? This is clean. Huh. All right. All right, so SPY. All right, so let's look. So I'm thinking that they possibly, yeah, like 98, possibly. I'm pretty sure that they can, because they need to break this low. Look at, shit, they already bounced it. Damn, they already bounced it already. They bounced it already. Shit. Okay. That's fine. That's cool. That's fine. They bounced it already. They bounced it. Fuck. Damn, they bounced it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Tough decision. I wish I had two of these so I can sell one to take profits and let one run. I'm definitely going to let this one run because if the market does shoot back and forth with Apple earnings, these will definitely go up in value. Yeah, XBX is expensive, man. XBX is very expensive. That's why I was like, man, it's too rich. I'm not that rich yet. I'm not that rich yet. Because I believe that you really need like to trade XBX and to be able to effectively trade it, you would need like at least 50K in your account. Obviously, you can trade with any amount, obviously, but because of this being so expensive, because I think, let's look at that. I think like the calls, like at the money calls are like 2K or 3K already. Let's look at that. Yeah, for zero DT, even the zero DTEs are expensive. Yeah, so you need $1,000 just or $1,500 for at the money on zero DTEs. That's expensive. And on one day, yeah, you need about like 2K. Or hold on, that's not right. Yeah, you need like 2K, 2 to 3K at the money. That's expensive. Shit, so far out the money, you're spending $600 for out of the money calls. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see about this. We'll see about this. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so we'll just close this. I'm not going to. We'll see. Yeah, they can definitely. The Bulls are definitely going to probably come in right here. Yeah, this is a double bottom. They took out that low. Uh, they took that low out. All right, so right now, this is the line in the sand right here at 60. The line in the sand is at 60. They take that shit out for it. Well, it's really 70, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to come in at 60 if they want to really take this down. But we'll see. Yeah, the Bulls are going to probably try to recover here. They can't get this past 60 or this is done. If they get it past 60, then the next level that the Bears may try to come in is at 70. And at that point, the Bulls might as well recover. They might as well. He says I'm putting 150 in my options for Apple tomorrow. I thought Apple was this afternoon. Apple's this afternoon. Oh, are you gonna try to play afterwards? I think yeah, Apple's this afternoon, I believe. And yeah, I was looking at trade day. But I was like, hold on. I mean, they're selling there 150 for 200 bucks, but then there's no activation fee at the end of it though. I mean, it's cheaper. I mean, you're paying everything up front. So when you pass it, it's cheaper. Yeah, but I was looking at this. I was looking at it. Yeah, so yeah, Apple is this afternoon. We got Apple, we got Coinbase. For the Russell, honestly, I would look at DraftKings. I would look here. The reason why I say DraftKings is because obviously we're in the playoffs right now. And then, right after playoffs, football is coming right behind it. So this is like a great time for DraftKings with sport betting and everything else like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually have good earnings this quarter. And then they had the Super Bowl, March Madness, the playoffs, the play-ins. So I believe this quarter that they might have definitely, their stock might go up if it hasn't gone up already. But that's not financial advice. That's just my opinion. We already know with Peloton, the CEO stepped down because of how, I mean, it's kind of like that Cathie Wood situation. And I don't understand how history repeats itself the way it does. Like, we had an abnormal thing happen to society, which was the pandemic. We had a nationwide lockdown. So, of course, if people are going to be in their houses, stuff like Peloton, gym equipment, and stuff like that, of course, you're going to do great. And I think around that time, Amazon was trying to partner with them or do something with Amazon or whatever that rumor was. Of course, it seems like Peloton and Cathie Wood is still in that, we still in the pandemic era. And the only reason why I say Cathie Wood is because it seems like when I see the stock picks that she chooses, it's pandemic stocks. It's like we're not in that era anymore. So the stocks that she picks is like, dude, it's like we're not in era. Like we don't need Zoom anymore. We don't need whatever those other stocks that she's like, dude, we're not in the pandemic. And Peloton is one of those stocks. We're no longer need to be in the house. We can go to the gym and ride a bike for free. We don't need to pay a subscription except our gym subscription. So Peloton collapsing the way it did is not a surprise to, it should not be a surprise to nobody. It should not be. But if we get another pandemic, well, yeah, Peloton might shoot back up again. Obviously, that's not what we want, but you need extreme situations where people are at home to exercise for Peloton at their current state and the product that they're selling to work. I mean, that's what kind of why I like Dick's Sporting Goods. I mean, you go to a Dick's Sporting Goods, I don't know how the hell they're still open. I really don't. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's something that's just being held up, like they're just keeping it open, but that at-home equipment is only for a certain amount of people. So only certain people enjoy working out at home, not everybody, not enough to make a thriving business. So that's my opinion as well. But so the news that came out about Peloton was not a surprise to me either. But even though whatever Apple does to this afternoon in Coinbase and Block, whatever reaction we get this afternoon, remember we have non-farm payroll on Friday, and we already know non-farm payroll is next to a Powell level event. It is going to be a market mover. So if you're in a position during non-farm payroll, you already know it's going to whip back and forth before it picks its direction. So be mindful of that tomorrow. Let me get off my soapbox. Yeah, Apple's after the close. So if you can, Alfred, if you can hurry up and get $150 into your account by this afternoon, then I would highly suggest you run to the bank and do that real quick. Actually, let's actually look at Apple real quick and see what the options are looking like. Of course, dude. All right, so I mean, my puts are still good. They're still good. I think I lost about $50 on them so far, but they're still good. If this gets down to like $70, then I'll close it. I mean, if you get like a major pump, I'll close it at $70. I'm not going to set the bracket order though. But if we get there, I'm willing to close it. Apple, let's look at that. Well, I don't know, man, because I played Amazon. I was right overnight, and that still kind of pissed me off. All that money. So how do you say it? I was like, isn't it APL or is it what's the ticker for Apple? This is not even being helpful. That's interesting. Thanks, Alfred. AAPL. I was like, the hell? What's the stamp ticker for this damn thing? All right. All right. Apple. So let's look at the option chain real quick. All right. So we got earnings. So we already know that the premiums is going to be stupid crazy. Actually, no, it's not. Surprisingly. Surprisingly, it's cheap. I mean, we only do got one more day out of the week, so I don't think it's going to be that expensive. Let's look at Apple real quick. I'm not going to look at that. Like I said, I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to look at that. All right, so obviously we got this big sell-off with Apple. They bought it right back up. They sold it off again, and they bought it right back up. And they're trying to sell it again. So we got this big move down. They bought. So this is the first time they rebalanced this area. They came back in. They sold it again. They came back in. and sold it. So this low is 167, 167. So I feel that if they, God damn, look at that recovery. Okay. So if they sold it, we'll see. We'll see. 172. Because they like you might be in a situation where you're right overnight and they drop it and then they refill this order and then they might pump it back up to 175 or 175, 170. So let's look at that real quick. Let's look at the option chain and see. Oh, that's expensive. And that's that's expensive. That's expensive. I don't think Apple's is going to pop up about $10. I don't think Apple's ever done that actually. Yeah, that's expensive for me. Not for a 0 DTE. All right, man. We talked about this. We prepared for this. We knew that the market was going to do this shit. So this is not a surprise to nobody. We knew this was coming. This is the line in the sand right here. Actually, this is really the line in the sand right here. You said I can trade XBX options after hours. So are you talking about so does XBX has that 315 cutoff or is it 24 hours? You know, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to sell here. I'm gonna try. Let's put my stop all the way back here. I'm gonna try. Because I feel like if the market gets past this area, then I mean the bulls might as well recover. Like they might as well. They might as well recover from this. Because on the higher time frame, and I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. On the higher time frame, they swept that low. And I might be on the wrong side of this actually. I may be on the wrong side. So, I mean, obviously you got this consolidation right here. This is where they gapped up. You got a gap. The bears filled the gap. Not only did they fill the gap, they swept that liquidity right there. And then they also, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like 36. So this low is at 50, 25, 50, 22. Yeah, they just swept this low. So that's the line in the sand. If the bears can hold this off, then we can get a continuation down. If the bulls continue back up, well, you know, I guess the bears had their fun. The bears had their fun. So it's open. Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Hold on, give me 1 second. My daughter was calling me. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so I'll keep my stop at 50.78 for this entire position. I took majority of my profits at 30 points. I've only left 8 to run. I added 6 more, which honestly I wouldn't even take this as a profit target, honestly. I would actually try to shoot for that low. 25, that other day's low at 22. That's what I actually would try to take some profits at. Because I'm pretty sure people would take profits there if this works out. Yeah. Yeah, it's right below. Yeah. The value area low is exactly almost at this low right here. So I'm going to take my profits at 25. We'll see. We'll see if the bulls recover completely from that run. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that happens, man. That happens, dude. That happens. It sucks when you're in a position and you're looking for, bigger targets. That sucks. But I mean, it was good. I mean, it was a good place for bulls to come in, and they came in exactly where I figured that they would. It was a great place. We had that gap fill. We had that sweep of the low. So I mean, it was a great place for the bears to take profit and the bulls to get in. Everybody's buyers at this level, and that's usually something else that I look for when I get into positions. I try to identify areas where everybody is likely to be buyers or sellers. And this was a great area for everybody to be buyers at. So yeah, I can see that happen. I can definitely see that happening. The real question is what we get it today. Now, Apple, I mean, we hear these stories about Apple, about them not being innovative anymore. In my opinion, Samsung does have the better fall. It's just that they don't have the community, and that's why Apple continues to win. We have to remember that um, I want to make sure I'm saying this right because it's one or the other. Apple is Apple is a I forgot it's a software company or it's a hardware company. It's either a hardware company that sells software or it's a software company that also sells hardware. And I forgot which way it was. It's either or. Let me get yeah, yeah. So this person is saying it's an ecosystem, but that's what Apple is now. And that's what makes Apple very popular is because of its community or ecosystem. They keep everything integrated so you can move from your phone, from your laptop to your iPad to your iWatch seamlessly. And it's like you've never left. All you're doing is switching devices and Apple has you connected. They also are really good at simplifying complicated tasks for the everyday user. People like myself, because I'm in the field, I understand how to navigate through this and that, settings, all that. But for your average consumer, they're not thinking like that. They just want shit to work. They want it to feel like magic, and that's what Apple is really good at doing. They're making complicated things seem like magic, and on the consumer end, that's all they want. They just want it to feel like magic. That's all they want, and Apple's really good at doing that. So yeah, so Apple so I think it's a hardware company that sells software. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter which way. It doesn't matter which way. It's just that Apple is a really good company. It's really good at what it does. But I think the market speculation is that it has no more room to grow. When you're on top of that mountain, just like I explained with evolution, it's that flaw evolution. You evolve, and as you evolve, you become bigger. And as you get bigger, you're more liable to become extinct. And it's just one of those stupid things that is just true. It doesn't make sense, but it's true. The bigger you get, the more probable that you'll go extinct. It's just that middle area is where it seems that species thrive in the middle. You're not too small, you're not too big. and you have potential for growth, and those are called growth or value companies or stuff like that, where they have so much upside. Unlike your Microsoft, your Googles, where they're just so big, it's like, well, I mean, they just buy other companies. They buy up and coming companies versus creating anything new within themselves. Yeah. And from a business standpoint, why wouldn't you want that to happen? I mean, if you're Apple, if you provide headphones, software, apps, things to have your ecosystem or community thrive, why would you make it easy for them to go to Samsung and plug up one of their headphones when you got $100 headphones that you want your community to buy and Samsung is selling it for $10? You don't want them to spend that $10 with Samsung. You want them to spend that $100 with you, and that's what Apple does. I mean, you gotta respect their business model, but that's what they do, and they're not hiding it either. That's why I think when the EU made it to where they couldn't use the lightning cables or the lightning chargers anymore, and they had to use the C drive, I forgot what they did. It was just petty. It was like, oh, so you're making us. It says when. Let's look that up real quick. Okay, so what did it make them do? It says Apple agreed to switch from its blah blah blah. Decision made. The EU requests all phones. Well, I don't think they're gonna, yeah, force it. Yeah, okay. I don't really remember it honestly, but I remember reading an article about them being petty. Like I don't know if anybody has gotten a new iPhone. I don't think they come with a charger or something like that. It was just something petty that they were doing. It's like, well, shit, since y'all want to make a universal charger, I don't think your phone comes with that charger anymore, if I'm not mistaken. It was just something petty that they did. Yeah, I mean that's the game now, is that service game. I don't know if anybody's familiar, but are actually let me just pull it up. Did y'all know that you can now play Xbox games on PlayStation, or Xbox is allowing PlayStation to Xbox allows Xbox games on PS. That's the game now. It's no more exclusives. If I have the rights, I would just allow players on Sony or PlayStation to play my games as long as I'm getting paid for it. And if I can find that article. But yeah, it's just the services game is that's what's making money now. That's what that's how the game is being played at this point. It's how much services that you can sell. I'll find this. I'll find it. I'm not gonna spend all day trying to look for it. I'll probably look for it tomorrow and talk about it tomorrow. But this Xbox, yeah, okay, yeah. So you saw the same thing too, and I thought that was weird, but I mean, as it was explained, I was like, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, these obviously PlayStation won the console war, which honestly, as an Xbox fan, that did broke my heart, or it did break my heart. I never cared for PlayStation. The only reason why I ever bought a PlayStation was because the game I was playing at the time, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5 was going to be a PS4 exclusive, and that's the only reason why I bought a PlayStation. Because at the time, that was my game. That's the only game I played. I was really good. I was at the top of the leaderboards with Elena. I think I was number 2 or 3 at the time with Elena on Street Fighter 4, and I wanted to continue playing the game, and they only made it a PS4 exclusive, and that's the only reason why I bought it. The crazy thing is, I didn't like Street Fighter 5, so I never played it, but I still had the PS4. It sits there on my desk, and I played COD on it, but that's about it. Says, says no more taking more trades today. Yeah, I think at this point, oh, it's only 9:30. Damn, it's only 9:30? 9:40? Liquidity seems to dry up around 10. So, um, as people go into lunch. And I think that's probably the best decision to make because honestly, this is iffy. I mean, this is really iffy. You don't know if this was just a recovery, if this was just a rebalance this area right here. I mean, you can see that they're trying to sell it, but the bulls are just, yeah, they're relentless right now. So during this time, I would definitely agree about sitting on your hands and just waiting for things to settle. Oh, did they? They ignored the patent? I saw something about Apple being forced to take something out of their Apple Watch and kind of like what you're talking about with the hospital tech because it quote unquote invaded patient confidentiality or privacy or something crazy like that. So they had to take it out. Just Xbox is the only thing Microsoft has as hardware, the software. Yeah. Yeah. I still find it crazy that Apple is still a bigger company than Microsoft. It's kind of like that Intel story. And Apple has like, well, let me rephrase, make this clear. Apple wouldn't be here today if Bill Gates didn't come and help that company when it was facing bankruptcy. And now look at Apple, bigger than Microsoft. I'm pretty sure Bill Gates probably has a lot of shares with Apple or a lot of Apple shares if he hasn't sold them already. So it seems like the Bears are coming back in. Like I said, I think this is going to be a downward day. I did believe that the Bulls are going to have some victories here and there. I mean, this was a nice what from 36 for right now, and so 66 is a 30-point move for a Bull, a 30-point move right here. Yeah, I think this is the break lower, Alfred. I do believe so. I do believe so. I mean, if the Bears can hold this leg down, then we're definitely touching these lows. It's highly likely that we'll touch these lows. Yeah. And the way that these Bears are coming in. Yeah. And then we don't have any news. We don't have any bullish news. Like I said, I think the only thing we got that can possibly pump the market up, and I hate to say it, is Biden. And that's at the end of the day. But then we have Apple earnings right after Biden speaks. So that's the only thing that can pump the market up. But I mean, we're free and clear of news. So the market is just going to have to play how it plays. So it says, okay. So, and this is kind of why I guess they're selling off. So it's S&P GR. Let's look at who these are. Who this is, who they are. Who is this? So this is probably why we're getting this sell off. I mean, honestly, I mean you can just look at the charts and see that we're going to sell off, but also the S&P graph. the S&P graph or the S&P Green Bond Index. Whatever the hell it is. Okay, let's go back to it. So it's saying that revisions forecast on Fed rate cuts sees the first cut in December. Like I said, I think we're getting our first rate cut next year in March after we figure out who our president is. I don't think we get a rate cut until then. And I don't know if you noticed yesterday when Powell was asked along the lines, is he being influenced because this is an election year? And you saw how defensive that he got. We all know that when you get defensive, that usually means that you're defending against something. We don't know if it's the truth. We don't know if it's a lie. We don't know if it's obviously something that triggers Powell. And that's all we should kind of put our attention to. It triggered him when he was asked that question because of the way he defended himself. And so I'm going to use that information as, well, if that triggered him, there has to be some meaning behind it. And if there's some meaning behind it, then even though he's saying that he's not being influenced because of this election year, I'm going to believe that he is. I'm not saying that he is. That's just going to be my assumption until proven otherwise. And I've already said that I don't believe we get it until next year. And I've already explained why. Because this game has already been played already. It's been played already. All I got to do is read a book, and it tells you the stuff that they did in the past. It tells you all the shit that they said. Powell's saying the same shit. He's playing the same game. So I'm not going to fall for any of it. All right. So, yeah, that drop at, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Well, there it goes. I guess we didn't have to see for too long. All right. Yeah, you agree, Jack? Yeah, yeah. He got too defensive because of that. It was just a question for him, but obviously it's a real crush. It's a real question in his world. Obviously, in his personal life, when he's amongst his colleagues, I'm pretty sure this is something that is said a lot because we just, as human beings, we don't get defensive because for no reason. I'm not saying that it's not true, so please don't misunderstand me. What I'm speaking of is just the pure emotional reaction that he had when asked that question. All right, Alfred. Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, shit, we're not going to sit here. Well, it really depends on where you are in life. And like I said, the next step for me, I mean, I'm already in this political arena already. I mean, shit, honestly, even with YouTube and, putting yourself out here, that's political within itself. But when you're in a corporate situation, especially politics, I mean, if you don't believe that politics is political, I mean, I got a bridge that I can sell you. It don't exist, but I can sell it to you. And I'm pretty sure the Biden administration really needs all the help that they can get. I mean, they've allowed the economy to completely crash. Bidenomics is what they call it. And what will save the economy, or at least Biden for right now temporarily, will be a rate cut. Make things less expensive, make people think like, yeah, like Biden got something done, blah, blah, blah. You know how these political games are played. You get a rate cut before elections. He can use that because you already can see that every time we get good news, he's the first person to talk about it. And we can't blame Biden for that He's trying to get reappointed back into his position of power, even though we know who has the real power or the real power in the world, but he wants to get reappointed back into that position. So he's going to use every good news that he can get, and a rate cut would definitely be helpful for his cause at the moment. So I'm pretty sure Powell is getting a lot of political pressure in the background. Talking about pressure, it seems like these bulls are coming right back up. These bulls are coming right back. They're saying, nah, bears, we coming. We coming for them stops. We coming for them. That's what they're trying to say right now. All right, MP3, have a good day. And that's something, I mean, that's definitely something that I'm going to start doing as well. I mean, we got to learn how to stop trading. I mean, once we're green, let's stay green. Turn the charts off and not overtrade. I mean, if y'all saw the Powell gamble party yesterday, you know, I was up like 15K. And you know what kept driving me? I was like, I want to get 20K now. I want to get 20. Like nothing was good enough. Nothing was good enough. And I started to oversize. I mean, I was in like 5 contracts and then it just went straight to 15 contracts every trade. And eventually that caught up with me. But I had fun. I mean, that's what that was for. I wasn't expecting anything out of it. It was just to gamble FOMC. That's it. That's what those accounts was purchased for, just to gamble. And it was Top Step. So even if I did get 20K, I wouldn't be able to pass those coupons. I wouldn't be able to pass them. I'd be have 20K in profit. I have to make another 20K the next day, or work my way back up to 20K. So it was just a gamble, but I did learn from that experience, and I see that I started off good. I got to where I was at because I was trading. I had good risk reward. I was only trading 3 to 4 contracts. I was making $1,800, 2K per play, and then I got greedy and I wanted 10K. Now, that one position that I set for 10K, if I held on to it, that actually would have worked out. And it kind of, like I said, it showcases, like, I mean, even though you're in drawdown, I mean, just let your trade play out. I had heavy size, but I would have got that 10K play if I let it play out. But I didn't do that. I did not do that. Oh shit, while we slow, I do want to show you guys this. Smith sent this to me. Actually, let me just do this. Off screen, and I'll put it on the stream. It's a trading meme. I'm gonna show it to you guys real quick. And I think this one is deep. This one's really deep. I'm gonna share this with you guys. Let me send this to myself. Mm, of course, right? Of course. Okay, so let's see if I got it. No, I don't think I got it.
Boy,
Man, that's just absolutely crazy, man. That's just crazy. Same thing, 2 people's gonna take it to hell. Alright, so let's see if this will work. This is actually a really good. This is a good meme. Yeah, there we go. This is a good meme. I actually felt this one this morning. It's on Instagram, and yeah, that's right. This part right here, baby. We don't quit until we get there, baby. We don't quit until we get there. When we get there, we keep fucking going. We don't quit until we get there, and when we get there, we keep fucking going. Yeah, Smith sent that to me this morning. I was like, yo, that was deep. Because that's how I was, man. Before it was inverse assurance, I was inversing myself so much. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way that this will happen. And then after you fall down so many times and be like, fine, I guess there is a way, huh? I guess there was a way. The market always finds a way to get to where it's going. It always finds a way. If it has to use you as liquidity, it will use you as the liquidity to get there. It will get there. It don't matter if it's bad news, good news, Jesus' second coming news. I mean, that'll probably super pump the market, but if it needs to hit that supply level first, or it needs to go into demand, it will drop. Like from my experience with these charts, they get to where it needs to get to before it gets to where it needs to go. So it's been a lot of failure, and you really had to have an aggressive personality to keep going, because there was a lot of times I don't give up. I don't have that feeling of giving up. For me personally, it was I can't lose. Kind of like 50 Cent. I mean, shit, I would rather die trying. And I wholeheartedly believe that, or not believe that, but mean that. Like I just there's something in me that just won't accept failure. It's just stubbornness. I don't, and that's why that same stubbornness earlier on in my trading career was my downfall. It was my downfall. But now I can use that same stubbornness to be successful while trading. Yeah, no, appreciate that market edge. I mean, like I said, it's kind of like I feel like that's the one thing that I really enjoy is just trying to understand things as best as possible. Trying to understand it as best as possible. Identify problems to be fixed and do my best to fix them. And I just won't quit. I don't quit. I can't quit. I can't look at myself. I can't. I just can't look at myself if I quit. I just can't. I'd rather die. Mm. Okay. All right. So our line in the sand is literally my break even. If we start trading above that, shit, the bulls might as well recover. They might as well. I mean, price can't really trade past the 70 mark, or we're at that level. We are at that level. Because yeah, if they get to this point, we might as well recover. They might as well recover this thing. But all in all, like I said, on this trade, even if I get stopped out at break even, I mean, I took profits down here. I did scale back in around, I think, 60 or something right here. So all in all, this was still a good trade. I do believe that we still have more room for downside, but we may not get it today, or we may not get it right now. That's the only hard part really about our job. We can look at the charts, we can trade the charts, but we have to be patient. Yeah, I'll leave my stop right there at 78 and watch it try to go for 80 and drop or something crazy like that. But I'm gonna leave my stop at 78. I'm gonna leave my stop at 78. Honestly, I kind of wish I stayed in that other position. I should have stayed in that other position, honestly. But it's like every time you do the right thing, that's when I guess that does make sense. You do the right thing and the right things happen for you. But if you do the wrong thing, I guess. Okay. So I think this is lunch, I believe. I think we're in lunch and this slowdown is I think that's what we're gonna get. Let's look at the liquidity real quick. I mean, it's not like we didn't get any good moves. I mean, on the micro NQ, we have 7,800, 7,800, 78,000. MES, we have 500,000. ES, we have 600 and about 90,000. NQ. It's surprising that the NQ is the least that's being traded today when we have Apple earnings, which I do find that surprising. I think CL is being sold off. Yeah, you have to be in this position at 6 o'clock just to get this. All right, so let's see if we can get something on the micro Nasdaq. So let's see, let's take a Nasdaq trade. So 63 on the Nasdaq. Hmm. Actually, let me look at that real quick. Let me look at that. This actually might be a trade opportunity for the Nasdaq. Let me look at the chart real quick, because I think if price continues to pump up, I'm going to want to see how price reacts here at 50, but I'm thinking that price can possibly get here, somewhere in this area, somewhere. I don't think we trade above this high. The way that is looking, I don't think we trade above this high. What's up, Waterman? What's up, Waterman? What's up? What's up? But I don't think we get above this high. I think because there's definitely going to be sellers here. There's definitely going to be sellers if price trades into this area. The most we can possibly get is maybe this shoulder right here, which is basically 600. Bears can come here. You can see that they're already trying to. The question is, does the market want higher liquidity? Does it want to tap into this level of liquidity right here? Is that what the market wants? We may get a bounce here, and I want to see if the bulls can hold this. If the bulls can hold this level, it may try to bounce here if we don't get a bounce here. Now, I'm speaking from the bias. I'm speaking from a short bias. I do believe that the market is still trying to short, but if we can get past this level, then in my opinion, the market has recovered. I mean, in my opinion, at this point, the bulls have it. The bulls have it. But I will remain short bias until proven wrong. Yeah, you get tired of getting caught up in. This is what I'll do. I'll put a limit here at 75. Probably 74, 73. I'm gonna put a limit here. 73. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna keep a tight stop on this. These are 6 micro contracts. I'm gonna take this. 600. I mean, we could see that. We could see that. Ugh. But I'm really interested to see what they'll do at 63. You say, am I long? No. No, I'm so short from this morning. And I think it already came back from my break even. So for those that's just joining, we was in short here almost at the top. We got out at the bottom. We did scale into this position here at 60, which is looking like it's not going to work. So we did scale out of our position, and we made money this morning. So if this one is a scratch, if we scratch this trade, well, it's only a small loss compared to our big win this morning, which is still a win. I do believe that this is probably a recovery because we did fill the gap. We took out the lows. It was in previous demand area for the bulls to come in. They came in. And this was called out. So it was no surprise to nobody that this is happening, or should not be a surprise. But I don't believe that for right now, I don't believe that this is a recovery to go higher. And I will keep that bias until I'm proven wrong. Gain weight got the demon emoji. You in long? You in this long gain weight? I mean, like I said, this is a great area to get long. This is great. It's a great area to get long. It's a great area to get long. There was every excuse to get in long. The sellers became buyers. The buyers became buyers. It was a great area to get in long. Mm. Mm. Nah, I wouldn't fall for that. I would not fall for that. I mean, this is a good area to get short, but I want this. I want to see if price can make its way up here. So I'm gonna keep my limit here at 72. But actually, what I will do though, why not? I'll get in a small position just in case. Just in case. I'm going to limit in short right below this value area high. Because technically these highs were swept, but with the NQ, you just sometimes she likes to do stuff. So you're gonna have to have extra caution with her. Says going short as long as a 5 minute stays ready. A 5 minute. Just gonna wait until 40 seconds left on NQ. Yeah, with the NQ, you just gonna have to wait with her. She's crazy, man. She's definitely crazy. And I feel like my break, like I don't know how. Why is that so? Why is that so perfect at times? I mean, in this situation, yeah. I mean, this is acting as resistance, and that's kind of how you want it to act. But on the other side of this would have been support, and that would have kind of pissed me off. Yeah, right. See, that's why you always wait. Always wait. All right, let's look at that. So you're saying on a 5 minute though. So let's look at the NQ on a minutes chart. Yeah, look at that. All right, so we got this big move down. You got this two-legged pullback into resistance. They dropped it. They came back. They dropped it again. And they came back up. Hmm. Hmm. This is tricky. This is tricky. This is tricky. This is tricky. Because obviously the overall trend is down. We have an overall downwards trend, but we did come back up. We dumped. I mean, they may want to come back in. No, because if price comes back into this area, then it's going to trade higher, or definitely trading higher if we come back in. And this is the previous day high. Hmm. I think this is a good example of these fair value gaps and how it got straight traded through. Hmm. Yeah, this is tricky. Let's look at the 5 minutes because that's the hourly chart. Let's get the 5 minute. Actually, we might as well just look at the 15, honestly. Let's look at the 15. So just like, yeah, the 5 minute, yeah. So you got all this selling. I mean, they came back and rebalanced this area. Hold on, give me a second. My daughter's TV show probably went off. Okay. Yeah, so on the 5 minute, it's looking like it. I don't think they're going to want to try to sweep this high at 600. Say 582. Yeah, I think 73. 77, 73. It's kind of at the bottom of that range, yeah. Hmm. They come back in. We'll see. Or they can come in right here. Just stops that previous candle high on the NQ. Yeah, that sucks, man. I only got 3 contracts on this so far. I'm only in the 3 contracts. I'll put this at 85 because there's only 3 contracts, man. That's should kind of put more risk on that. And these are still micros. I'm still trading micro Nasdaq. Just in case that I just got filled and they bounce it for no reason up to my real area where I think price is gonna sell off at. Mm. Yeah, the way it's looking, it's gonna probably bounce. The way it's looking. All right, so we'll see. We'll see if this is gonna finally be the continuation down. We will see. So far, it's looking like a good trade. So far, we're up 10 points on this. It would have been nice to get this actually filled, but at least we're in it. That's all that matters. At least we're in it. At least we're in it. This might be an area where the bulls come in right here. We got this right here. We have the EMAs. The best thing is, all I gotta do is trust it. It's taking profit at VWAP 521. Don't you just hate when that happens? Don't you just hate when that happens, man? This is what I don't miss about purely focusing on the Nasdaq. This is what I don't miss. At least with the ES, it'll stall out, but it won't do this crap. The retracements, and that's what makes trading at NQ challenging at times, because of the retracements that you'll get here and there before it actually gets to its target, versus the ES, it kind of moves in a straight line. But I'm thinking this still might be good for a short. All right, you almost got your target filled, Waters. Waterman, there you go. You almost got it. There you go. Target filled, baby. Target filled. Yeah, that was a good trade. Where'd you get in? Where'd you get in at? Did you get in at the top of this candle? Because that was a great trade. And as soon as you get out, you see what happened as soon as you get out. That's when you get this. As soon as you get out. But all in all, that was still a good trade, man. Still a good trade. Right at the top. Yo, congratulations on that, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, that's why I wanted to I was thinking that they was gonna come up here, but because they swept this high right here, I was like, I'm just gonna put a small position on just in case. I was gonna put a small one on. But this is the NQ we talking about. Yeah. Hey, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. See, me, I'm more of a long-term trader. I will take the retracements back and forth, but I know a lot of majority of the risk managers in the chat are scalpers. And as long as it works, it's just that for me over time, I just realized that that number game is going to catch up to, well, the number game is going to catch up and it has caught up to me. And I think I showcased that in Powell's Gamble Party. I think I was perfect up until I wasn't. I was perfect up until I wasn't. Scalping back and forth. So I just for me personally, I just got to I had to really sit down and talk to myself about, yeah, we can scalp. Scalps work. They do. But being a longer term trader for the long run will work out for me personally. So that's why I switched from a scalper to a longer term trader, holding positions longer. I think my average hold times will be at least at a minimum 30 to 40 minutes holding a trade. Sometimes we can get it to work out just like this and it's fast and it's easy, but then other times it chops around like this and you gotta wait on it. So we're the total opposite. Total opposite. Long-term trader turned scalper, scalper turned long-term trader. And I mean, I get it too, man. I get it, especially with these evals, these combines. I mean, the goal, the mindset is just to get to these payouts. That's the mindset. The quicker you can get to these payouts, yeah, it looks like it's gonna keep dropping. Yeah. Yeah, the quicker we can get to these payouts, the quicker we get to this money. And honestly, I don't care how many payouts I get. I'm not trading my real money when I can use these prop firms and trade their money. During the beginning of my journey, I had 10K. I had 10K set aside to just trade, and that shit was gone. I wish I still had that 10K. I wish, or I don't wish for anything. It would have been nice that if I knew about prop firms because I could have used that 10K to just buy evals versus just losing that 10K in the market earlier on in my trading journey. I lost 10K in futures, 20K trading options. It was a lot of money over time that I lost. So I learned from experience that it's just easier or it's better to trade prop money, just follow the stupid rules and get the payouts versus just trading your own money personally. Yeah, we might get a bounce here. We'll see what they do at 522. We'll see if they can hold off 522. We can see if they can hold this off. I mean, if price begins to trade back over, then they may try to recover. But I mean, this is a good area to get long. I mean, for the buyers, I don't think sellers would really get out of here. I'm pretty sure some sellers got out, but like the big lot traders, I don't think this is enough for them. I think the bigger lot traders will possibly try to aim for at least this area right here, or at least try to take out this low. But this is a good spot for buyers to come in. But we'll see if they're strong enough to get above this level right here. I feel like time has definitely slowed down. 10:30. Like half and half. Half and half. It says, so seeing look is saying I'm trying to pass my top step combine. I got it yesterday. Well, how much you got to go? What's your P&L if you don't mind sharing? Well, I guess how much more you need to make to pass it. And which size combine did you get? Yeah, I think this is it. I mean, if the bears can keep pushing this down, I think this is it. But the bulls are definitely trying. The bulls are trying. They're trying to hold this off. Let's look at ES real quick. Yeah. Hmm. My bias is bearish, but we are stair stepping our way right back up. Higher highs, higher lows. We need to close above this level. We definitely need to close. Actually, we need to close below this low. We need a strong close below this little trend line right here, because the bulls are definitely going to defend this area with all their might, because we got all these stops right here that's holding up this trend. And if the bears tap into these stops, we're definitely going down further. So the bulls are definitely going to protect this area with all their might. With all their might, they're going to protect it, because they already know what's going to happen if they don't. They know what's about to happen if they don't. Yeah, 50K got 2K left. What instrument do you trade? Do you trade the ES more, the Nasdaq? Do you trade CL? What do you trade? In my opinion, the 50K account is perfect for CL. It's a perfect instrument for CL, or is a perfect size for CL, because you can have a 27-point stop and you can have your target depending on your risk tolerance. A 27-point stop on one contract is $270. And I think that's very valuable. I mean, if you lose 27 points on CL, you're completely wrong. In my opinion, an 18-point stop with CL is perfect. That 27 is just definitive for me personally, so I don't ever move my stop, because I'm 27 points down. I was absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. And I like to catch moves like this. 830. So 81, 30. So that's 30 points. Yeah, that's like $1. And it does seem like with the leg, it does at least it at least runs $1. If you can get in a good spot, you can at least get $1, 90 cents to $1 out of a move with CL. She moves beautifully. I mean, she's slow, but you know, after everything is painted, you can look at the structure and see how she just respects it. And you can just completely see that this is support. That right here is resistance. And you can see that she follows it. I mean, she came up to resistance to the T. She dropped. She bounced off of the bottom of it. Support as resistance. She drops. I mean, CEOs, I mean, she's really easy to trade. It's just that she's slow as hell. She's just very slow. And the reason why I say the 50K, because when I started off with Top Step, I got the 50K, and CL was that. It's like, man, it's a lot of money. I feel like if you traded with the CL with 100K or 150, you really have to up your size on that because she's too slow for that. She's too slow to get money like that every day. And then you have to be up pre-market to get these really good moves. This is, yeah, CL is definitely, in my opinion, a good alternative to if you don't want to trade ES and you don't want to trade the Nasdaq. CL is a good alternative, but she is heavily influenced by geopolitical news. Obviously, supply and demand. She's a commodity, so that's literally supply and demand. Literally. She follows technicals, and she's very, how do I say it? She'll use your stops. She's stop hungry. If when you hear people say that they're hunting your stops, she's proud of that. She is a stop digger. She will use your stops to get to where she needs to go. And she is not shameful of doing it. She'll do it. She will definitely do it. If I can see an example real quick. She'll definitely do it. You see, she'll run your stops. Right there is a good example. Run them stops, dump. Run the stops, go. I mean, that's just who she is. And you think that and with these breakouts, you think that, oh, she's finally breaking out. She's breaking out, but it's a fake out. All she needed was some stops. That's all she needed. And she got to where she needed to go, and she dumps. So I mean, you just have to be mindful of that. Like the breakouts, the really you can't trade breakouts with CO. You need a really strong close. Like this is another good example. We see how she broke out, and it wasn't strong, and it completely dropped. Now, an example of a strong breakout. You see this breakout right here, and then they found their way at the 21 EMA and continue to trade up. This is the kind of price action that you're looking for when you see breakouts. You don't want to get in at the breakout. You want to see the retest of this area and the bulls coming in saying that, yeah, this is real. And that's how you trade breakouts with CO. Because if you don't wait for that, well, you'll become liquidity. You'll become liquidity. Good example. We got a breakout above these highs. And you see how when she came back, the bulls was like, nah, we don't want this shit. And she dropped. Another good example, break up. They popped, they retest. The bull said, nah, we was good. And she dropped. Let me see if I can get a breakout long or a breakout short. See if I can get a breakout short. So Well, with shorts is different, I guess. I wouldn't long this personally, and the reason why I wouldn't ever long something like this is because you got all the EMAs sloping downward. So I wouldn't long this. A good long, in my opinion, is if price is coming, if the EMAs are flattening out like this, and it's beginning to slope up. And I see that price is coming to an area of support. So if you're trying to fade this move down, you want to look, it's like, okay, so this is a low that they've held. And this is another low. If they can hold off this low right here, then this is a good area to go long. And this is a great area to put your stop. Because if it goes below this low, I mean, if it trades below this low, you're wrong. Yeah, I think this is a good example right here. Like you get this breaker structure, they come back, they sell it, and they come back up here, and they just completely sold this thing off. Hmm. He said, anything good? So, Jonathan, we caught that short this morning, but after that short and after the bulls came in at this area right here, price is kind of just, I mean, we're still in an uptrend, but you can see that the bears are trying to sell it to break this trend. So we got our higher lows right here. We got our higher highs. And the bears are going to want to close right underneath this trend line. And I wouldn't try to short this close. I would wait for a retest. Retest of this area right here. And I would go short here with a stop above this high. If that's what we get. If that's what we get. That's how I would play this. But right now, the bulls are defending this this trend line right now. And the price action is going slow and the time is going slow. Well, it looks like on the ES, because I'm looking at book map on ES. There seems to be a wall right here where price got sold off at. There's nothing but a wall of sell orders right here on book map. Oof. Oh crap. Oh, forgot. Oh, I forgot. I got a meeting real quick. I forgot. God, I forgot about that. Actually, let me just set that closer to the time that I need to actually go. It is 10:50. Okay. All right, guys, I got a meeting to get to real quick. I should be back in the next 10 minutes. Give me like 10 minutes. All right, my bad. Okay. Sometimes I forget I put it on mute. So what I was saying was that I'm going to hold this short. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. It's not a big deal. I had an opportunity to get out in profit, but I want my bias to work out, and I'm willing to get stopped out. And I was just basically recapping today. I mean, we caught this big drop down. We caught it. We got out at the bottom. We got out of this, and the bulls came back in, and it looks like they're trying to reclaim the market. In my opinion, I feel that this is just everybody becoming buyers in this area. In order for the bears to prove me wrong, they really need to trade above this high, honestly. But I'm not going to give the market that much. This is the NQ. She can do that and do this. So, but on the ES, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing for the ES. I'm going to hold these positions throughout the day because I think this might be the turn. And if not, I'm going to get stopped out for a minor loss. I think right now we're up about 3K and we did it all in micros. And we still got positions still working. So I mean, we made a lot of money today. We made $4,500 on our top step eval earlier on in the stream. So I mean, today was basically what, almost an 8K day. It's looking like 8K. So the day was good. Well, that's it. That's all we got today. The price action sucks right now, so I'm gonna call it here. But let's see what happens right here, because if this breaks, if we get a break of this trend line, actually, let me just do this. If we get a break of this trend line, then we already know what's underneath all. We know what's holding up this trend. We know what's holding it up. And if we get a break, so once this breaks this level right here, we already know what time it is. All right, see you all. All right, see you and look. See you and look all. See and look. See and look. This is Mind Fuel. It's 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Price action. Consolidate. Trade at now. Price consolidating. Where else? And these are the trades that you took. Mind Fuel. Is this the trades you took? I mean, again, if you're like an avid watcher on this channel, don't ever let nobody tell you that geometry does not work on these charts. They work. Geometry works on these charts, or geometry works. And you can see that they're buying. These buyers are buying at the low of this whole trend line. But if you get a break, I'm looking for a break, maybe a retest of this trend line. And if the bears can hold off at the end of this trend line, then I'm looking for that move down. But if the bulls can hold this trend line, then I think we can touch. I think my stop will get hit if they hold it. But all right, guys, I'm gonna call it here. We're gonna do this again tomorrow. We'll make more money tomorrow. Remember, we got non-farm tomorrow. Just be mindful. Non-farm, I mean, no, it should be new to anybody, but non-farm is almost close to a Powell level event for the market. We're gonna whip back and forth before it chooses a direction. So just be mindful if you're gonna trade during that time. Pick your spots. But with that said, peace out, everybody.